Welcome back to Jim Bob's Garden. All right, let's talk about poison ivy. So I did a video last year where I pulled up a lot of the poison ivy, tried to get rid of it, but of course it's back. And until I kill every single little piece of root out there, it's going to continue coming back, and it's just going to be an ongoing battle for a good long time until I can kill it all off. So first off, I want to talk to you about equipment. One of the mistakes I made last year was my gloves did not cover my wrist. So what I ended up with was some poison ivy all along the wrist. So what I've got this time is some higher collar gloves. But I want to show you again how to identify poison ivy just one more time. So I want to show you down here. If you look down here, you can look for what's called leaves of three. All right, it's a really common saying, leaves of three, let it be. But I want to show you again that like these here are not poison ivy. This is actually a wild blackberry bush, which, I mean, if you want to take it out, that's fine, you can take it out. Poison ivy, on the other hand, if you look carefully down here, you can see that you have the leaves of three, plus you have the reddish stem in the middle. Okay, and again, another one right here is poison ivy. And you see the little knots? That's a very characteristic thing about poison ivy. You don't really see that on a lot of the plants. But you have the little knots on the leaves and the three leaves along with the red stems. That's a real good indication that you got poison ivy. Now again, this here is a weed, but it is not poison ivy. It does have three leaves, but that does not mean it's poison ivy. Come over here, Bree. I want to show them a little more classic. If you look down here, underneath here, you can see that these are the classic leaves that you see on the poison ivy. The three leaves really located close together, and the reddish stems. Now, to get rid of poison ivy, there's several different means you can use. You can use any kind of weed killer, and it will kill the poison ivy, but it will also kill everything else that it comes in contact with. If you have just poison ivy in a spot, that might be a viable alternative. But I like having my wild blackberries here, so I would like to keep those and just get rid of the poison ivy. The other thing is, you've got to get it to go all the way down through the roots, down into the actual root of the poison ivy itself. Very difficult to do. So that leaves us with pulling, which is what I'm going to do today. Now, when you pull poison ivy, the key is you got to get it as far down to the root as you can, because this is usually what happens. It'll actually snap off on you, which is why I have it reoccurring and keep coming back. So the theory is that we'll, kind of cheat at the game a little bit and try and kill back as much of it as we can, and then each year, hopefully, it'll become less and less prevalent. I do want to show you this. Again, leaves of three, let it be, but you can see the flower on there. That is not poison ivy. Even though it does have red stems, it has flowers, and poison ivy has a flower, but it's a green flower and it does not look like that. So that, again, is not poison ivy. This is poison ivy, and getting rid of it, I think the best method is to pull it, unless you want to kill off everything, in which case you can hit it with some weed killer. All right, so one thing about poison ivy, a lot of people get freaked out. It's poison, oh my God. I'm going to tell you, if you're pulling poison ivy, you're probably going to get poison ivy. It's not going to kill you. I don't think anybody ever has died from poison ivy, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. It's really just an irritant, all right? It'll get on your skin. The oils that it leaves behind will get on your skin and cause you to blister up, and it becomes very itchy and very uncomfortable. That's pretty much the extent of the poison to poison ivy. Now, of course, if you were to ingest it somehow, like eating it or somehow breathing it in, and it got inside your system, I think that would be terrible, as you would have, blisters on the inside of your body, which I think would really suck. But I don't know that for a fact. I will tell you that if you're going to pull it, you're probably going to get it. And there's treatments out there that are available. Best thing you can do is cover your body up. You'll notice I have my hair in a little ponytail, which The idea there is to try and keep my hair out of my face so I'm not constantly pushing at my face, because these gloves are going to get full of poison ivy oils, and anywhere I touch myself is going to, potentially transfer that oil. Poison ivy also is not contagious, all right? Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to get it, don't touch me. Unless you still have the oils on your skin, you're not going to transfer it to another person, all right? To my knowledge, the blisters don't have the oils in it. That's just your body reacting and the juices of your own body. So really, the key to it is cover yourself as best as possible. Like I said, these gloves should help because they're covering my wrists. That's where I got it last time, was just on the wrists. Don't touch yourself on the face, anywhere like that, unless you wash your hands first. But any good soap will take the oils of the poison ivy off. So the other key is, when you're done doing what you're doing, go shower, immediately. Wash yourself off, get cleaned up so that you don't have those oils on your body. All right, so that's pretty much it with poison ivy. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think.